Hi everyone, have a look at this. We have a data set, and under borough we have 6 boroughs, and under town we have multiple towns. Say you had a team for each borough and you wanted to just send their data set, filtered data set, to that particular team. So it'll take a while to filter this, make a new file, save as, and then to send. But I'm going to show you how to do that using a VBA macro to make this a very easy task. So once you've got the macro installed, which I'll show you how to do in a moment, you're going to developer, press macros, and in the macro that's called split data by category, press run. And we want to click the borough column, any cell in the borough column, but press OK. Then it asks you a question. It says you've picked Bath. Do you just want to make one file for just Bath, or do you want to make multiple files for each distinct value within that column you've selected? I'm going to press no because I want all categories to be produced. And then let the code do its magic. What it's doing now is filtering the range, making a new file, saving as and closing. And once it's gone through each distinct value within the selected column, it'll finish and give us a done message box. Oh, and it also tells you which files it's made. It'll name it and give you a timestamp on the file name too. I'm going to press OK. If I go into the folder where this data sits, you can see, well, I should have showed you this in the beginning, come to think of it, but this is my original file, data to split, and all of these are the files that just got created just now. So that was pretty simple, pretty quick. Doing this manually would have taken, I don't know, it depends how good you are at your shortcuts. Would have taken me maybe at least 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And let's just check this is correct. If I go into the Bristol file, let me do a row count to make sure it really has brought back the right number of rows. So the borough is this Bristol, which is good. And the row count here is 280. I'll save that. Let me just check if in the original file Bristol really is a count of 280, a row count. Yeah, there you go, 280. So yeah, that's how it works. Now let me show you how you would download this macro onto your data set. So the first thing you need to do is go into the description section of this video and download the BAS file, the basic file that you have in the link. Once you've downloaded that, open up the developer section of the ribbon and go into Visual Basics, and you should see something like this. So have this open and also have your downloads folder open. Simply just drag it to this section, the VBA project section, and then a new module should appear. And if you press this little plus button, you'll see another module called File Chopper in here. And basically this is the code. And this file can be applied to any data set. So it doesn't have to be just this Excel workbook that the macro works on. If you come across another data set that is in a table format, you can drag this BAS file into that Excel workbook as well, and it will just work the same. One thing we have to remember is for this macro to work, it has to be a table object that you're selecting. So if I go into this and select outside the table range, then the macro will stop. And in the same way, if I press a cell that has too many distinct values, so I've set it to 10, then the macro will stop as well. If you want to amend that, then within the code you can go into the code and there'll be a more than 10 somewhere there. You can set that number to whatever number you want. But in here, the town, there's more than 10 towns. So if I try to run this on the town column, it'll just say the select column contains more than 10 distinct categories, exit macro. So keep that in mind. You might want to amend that 10 to another number, but it's there as a safety feature. Otherwise, this macro will be running forever. Well, unless you stop it if you've got too many distinct values in a column. Found this macro useful. I know in my job, I sometimes have to do this, and it can get quite annoying, especially when there's a lot of refreshes coming out of, say, a CRM system or a HR system. I hope you found this video useful. Until next time, goodbye.